This month's Kid with Courage is cute as can be and all go, go, go. He wears a device on his right leg due to an issue he was born with. Nobody could have predicted it would be something that would connect him with one of his heroes.
For 3-year-old Shea Roeder, a trip to Limb Lab in Rochester is about as cool as a trip to the racetrack.
Do you like to go racing?
Yeah.
Racing.
We'll explain the connection in just a bit. First, what brought him here? Parents Nikki and Cole learned during pregnancy that Shea had an abnormality. It left him with issues on his right side, a shorter leg, and a foot that didn't fully form.
It was pretty tough to take right away, thinking, for your kids, you want them to be able to do everything and anything.
If they'd known then what they know now.
He keeps up with the best of them sometimes.
Shea is always on the move, passionate about all sorts of things like baseball and superheroes.
Spider-Man.
Cool! The team here was able to make Shea his very own Avengers prosthetic.
Avengers.
But back to his other love, racing. Nikki works at Deer Creek Speedway. That means Shea and his 2 siblings spend a lot of time there watching races.
It took us a while at first. When we first came in, I noticed Brandon. I'm like, oh, I recognize that guy. I know who that is.
A familiar face beneath a racing helmet.
So come down and visit their favorite racers, and one of them happens to be me.
When Brandon Duellman isn't racing, he's the prosthetic and orthotic resident who works closely with Shea. He works to keep Shea's left leg and prosthetic on the right the same height, so he doesn't develop back or hip issues. A tricky job when dealing with a growing kiddo. It's fun when Brandon and Shea's worlds collide. This summer, Brandon won a race that landed him a trophy.
I asked him if he wanted, and eyes just pretty much popped out of his head, and then he got really, really shy, and I was like, is it really mine? And he was really excited about it.
Is it big or small?
Anybody who meets Shea can tell you he's just as much of a superhero as anybody on his prosthetic.
I hope that he does something big, and I think he will. I think he'll play baseball or he will wrestle, but he will do great at whatever he does.
Maybe our Kid with Courage will even race like Brandon someday.
There are people out there that can do it with any kind of disability, and if he wants to pursue it, he definitely can.
And just another example of how truly unstoppable Shea is, he's busy with swim lessons this summer. If you know a kid with courage I should meet, email me at kidswithcourage@kttc.com.